Welcome everyone, another fascinating little toy unboxing. And this is another interesting ready-to-robot build, swap, and battle. This goes with the serious wargaming, as I call it, where you're using catapults, rocket shooting. There's so many interesting toys now that have actually they're putting rockets on everything, which I find kind of interesting. And it makes for a lot more enjoyment, because I like it not only to have the intellectual part of it, meaning figuring out what and statistically going over, kind of like wargaming, but making it a lot more fun. I just found all that statistical stuff kind of boring. You want to ultimately do some of that, and there's a whole system I'm putting together, which I'm going to release sometime next year, which goes into this, gives you the rules, etc. But, it comes down to having actual excitement to it, meaning you're shooting missiles off. Here's a Zuru figure. A real cool dinosaur, but it's got a rocket on it. So everybody's doing that now. And of course, this has it as well. Let's take a look at this one. Thousands of ways to mix and match. Exclusive mystery figure. They're doing this with a lot of actual toys now, which I'm not sure I like that. I prefer to know what I'm getting. It's kind of fun, but you're going to have to spend a lot more money, and you're going to get stuff that you don't really like or want. And I guess you could trade it, sell it, etc., but makes the whole thing. So here's the actual, as you can see here. Which bot will you get? Similar to the Kita figures for the actual fighting toys. Now here's the back of it, and you can see they have these different figures. Mongo, Helmed, Tank, Tenderzy, Brain Stain, Coach. I like that Brain Stain. Hairwire, Thermo. So these are kind of fun little figures. I don't know how many people are into this or do it. So, and you can see here, ready to robot. Pilots love to fight and settle everything in the, I think there was a movie on this, the fight arena. Are you ready to build the bot? Swap in awesome weapons and battle until your champion wins or gets slimed. So it's very interesting. It's a nice packaging. Who makes this? Anybody in particular? There's also, there you go, if you want to look at it, readytorobot.com. Watch the battle at. And, okay. Here's some information. MGA Entertainment. Yeah, I guess this is a, I think there was a movie on this. You get one poster, 2 pirates, 2 cockpits, 4 arms, 4 legs, 4 weapons, 2 projectiles, and 1 shooter slime. So let's take a look at this. Let's open this puppy up. See what's inside of it. Got this little... Let's see what the top is. Or can we pull it off from the side here? Some tape. Here we go. Get into this main thing. There's so much packaging in these things. Of course, that does make it kind of cool and exciting and fun to look at. But it's an awful lot of waste. I don't know how many people keep all this stuff. Let's get to some action here. So here's the actual figure that I got with that particular head. I don't know if that's on the box or not. I don't remember seeing that. For this particular one. That may be Mongo, the first one. Looks like it. Let's see here. So what you're getting here is, as I said, you've got that figure, which is a robot type thing. And of course, here's the actual rocket system that you get as well, with the two projectiles that shoot out. And of course, here's the mystery figure. Let's jump right to that. What did we get? We know that we got that other guy. Which one of the figures did we get here? Pull that out. Comes in a plastic. And this is the new thing as well, that everything's triple, double wrapped. I guess that's fun. It's a lot of waste. But it's kind of like unwrapping a Christmas present. So it's kind of nice. I'm not sure that the extra waste means anything, but of course, society's too stupid to recycle everything, so let's just throw it in the ocean. Yeah! Isn't that nice? And, you know, they get with these they're doing these multi things now, where you pull the tops off, you unwrap a little bit, and then there's something inside. This is these are the instructions for putting together part of it, I guess. Yeah, this is assembly instructions. Yeah, this is assembly instructions for a part of this actual so everybody sees it. Here's one. Get it clear enough. There we go. These cameras have trouble focusing. Just so you get an idea of it. There we go. That's a little clearer. Not sure what this is in particular. I'm not sure anybody cares. When you get something like this, you can go through all the details. You could be here for hours. Generally, attention span on YouTube is about 2 minutes, and then people are on to the next goofball. So this is, again, wrapped. It's in this is this box, which you're going to convert to a certain degree here. That's what the instructions seem to be talking about. But let's open this up and take a look at it. There's probably some tag on here, but I don't quite see it. I'm not sure why they made this particular plastic so strong. Well, it's really heavy-duty plastic. Okay, so you get this particular case here, and you can see where it says open here. Now, what does that mean, open here? There we go. You pull the bottom off. And again, it's got these, as I said, this is the new thing now, that you get kind of like multiple presents. And then you open these up, and you can see ready to robot. And there's all sorts of different parts on the bags. I'm just going to open this up with a knife, like a schmott dude. Okay, this is part of the other robot, because this is the other robot. Which one did we get? And again, we can show you this bag. And there's more to this, of course. Here we've gotten one arm. And of course, you know, everything's modular with this, which is fun because then you can swap and trade out different characters to build your best fighting bot. Here's all the here's a catalog of the different bots and their different names: Hogwash, Mama's Boy, Lowlife. Certainly are cool looking, there's no doubt about it. Makes some interesting wargaming instead of just the common stuff. Switch Kill, Wedgie, Kook, Oil Can, Recess, Bananas. It's a cool looking one too. Well, they're all cool looking, and you can make your own by changing the arms, the figures inside, etc. Who is that? Stacha, Salvager, Remix, Nitrox, Ice Money. Trying to get some Hamstrong. Okay, and here we go with the, and they show you the different pilots. Now, you can change in and out the pilots. And again, you go to the website there, they show you the animated aspect of these things. But here's the different pilot characters. Pretty cool, pretty fun, something unique. You know, I'm so sick of the common stuff. I mean, get action figures and stuff. It's either the common Star Wars. You can't get rid of that after 30 years. Military figures, how boring. So this is kind of nice where you've got the actual kind of robots battling each other. So here's the, like this is Beatdown. Maybe we can get it all together. Double Trouble. Survivor. Tag Team. And as I said, here's all the different pilots. I don't know if we saw those close enough or not. Let's get in here. Hype Man, Bootlick. Club. Funky Fresh. Thrust. Three-Peat. Chow Down. Jacques. Homework, Space Hog, Ear, Mad Doc, Towel Snap, Toothache, Liftoff, Gen X. So, pretty cool figures, pretty interesting. Let's open the rest of this. And as you can see, these are done very similar to Zuru, these figures that came in these eggs, and they had 5 different compartments. So, and you know what you do is you keep opening these up, and of course you've got new bags in here, which are all part of it. So it's this constant unwrapping thing, which, as I said, I guess is fun, kind of like Christmas. Here's the bags. See what's on there. Okay, let's open this one up. Oh. Here's the other piece. Again, this is a snap-in piece. So they're all modular, and again, we have another bag. Let's open this up. And of course, we got another piece, and these are, looks like they're pretty, well, they're slightly different. Go open the final bit of this. And of course, there's it says push here, but nothing seems to be happening. Let's open this up. Of course, this is basically the same thing. It's just in orange. And we've got this piece. This is a grabbing or hand. We've got ready. Here's another hand. And here's the final package. We're still looking for our pilot. No pilot? We've got another hand here. Or arm. Sure what it means by press here. It's also a ready to battle. Looks like that lights up or something, but there's no mention of batteries or anything else. Press here. Is this where the... Because I don't know if we're supposed to get another pilot. It doesn't look like anything on the top here. That's all one piece, the top. Okay, it says, okay, push here. There we go. I guess you just have to push it out. Kind of, it's in there. It sounded like it almost broke. But it didn't break. You got to push here. So, obviously, got a pressing to trigger something, but this is where the pilot must be. So, as I said, they're trying to make these things as fun as possible with many of these as possible. Well, here we go. Okay, you take the, you press that out, you take the top off, and you can see this is the slime. And there is some sort of figure in there. I believe that is, because you can tell it's kind of got like a mohawk on the top. Looks like this is probably bootlick. So let's open this up and see if it is. I'm not sure how the slime works either, but that's part of the game of whether you get slimed or not. Get this guy out of here. So I'm not sure how it all works. I generally don't go by the traditional rules or anything. I've got these figures to kind of battle each other. And of course they have these shooting to go into the actual shooting game, which I'm going to use several other things for as well. Let's let's put the top back on that so it doesn't fall out and make a mess everywhere. Let's get a little tissue here. Wipe this puppy off. Well, it's not bootleg. It's another figure, and it's a soft type plastic. You know, everything's made very well, painted very well. Let's see if we can find this dude. Okay. Guess that kind of fits. He's the mad doctor, like myself. That's him right there, Mad Doc. Little figure. It's got hole. I'm assuming those press in. And of course, you do something with the top here. And of course, you have your pieces here that you assemble your particular unit with. So, where the arms and legs go. They press in here. They're building another robot very similar to that up here, of course. And let's see exactly how these points down, I'm assuming. Takes a little strength to get those in there. And that's your basic bottom. Stands pretty much like this. Let's get the and these on each side. Well, I guess you could take the arms out and put these instead on each side. And of course, your figures you'll see inside here, this just presses right in. There's two little clips at the bottom, and that presses right in there. And they're pretty. I don't know if there's something. Oh, okay. This is where these go, I guess. Now there's holes in the back here that are made for the smaller ones, like you can see with the other one up there. So here's your other figure. This was the bonus figure that you didn't know what it was. I think I gave, let me see if, I don't think I did that with this one. If there's some sort of actual code on here that you can figure out. Let me look at the bottom so you may be able to get this. If you're looking for that figure, I hate to buy a lot of stuff and get doubles. On the actual barcode is not the barcode itself, but above that is 5538885A. That may be a code if you're looking for this particular mad scientist figure. There's also a stamped number on here, 1861. 8, P as in Paul, E as in Albert. So those may be the two numbers you're looking at. The first one again was 55388, as in Albert. If you're looking for this particular figure, as I said, these things go together in a particular way, as is stated in the instructions. And we're going to take a look at the other figure here right now. Move everything out of the way. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, we'll pop that back. Yeah, I tell you, I mean, these... Pull that apart. I tell you, certainly a huge amount of packing with this stuff. You know, it does look cool. It's kind of fun on the wrapping stuff. I guess that's not too much to it, but one of the problems is that looks like this figure is has some sort of little rubber band in it, which of course is hard to get to. There's usually always a better way to do things instead of so much packing, but I certainly understand all that, and I don't know if in the bigger picture it really matters all that much. Okay, finally got this puppy out. Come back to this. Here's the main figure, and I pulled the arm out, which will stick back in. And these are supposed to come in and out. You're supposed to swap these. You're supposed to swap these in and out, and make your own kind of customizable fighting bot. And this has a little bit of rubber bands holding him in. Let's go in there and take those out, or you can see there's quite a bit of rubber bands to hold those things in. I'm assuming these stuff go under, you know, between packing and shipping and everything else from China, that these things tend to get a lot of abuse. Okay, I guess this piece comes out as well here. Then you'll see the usual two. You can see that in there or not. There you go, a little bit. Two poles sticking up, and of course this has at the bottom, so those just fit right in there. Of course, these are soft plastic, so trying to get them on those little pins in there. Have to put a little bit of pressure. And of course, it's got completely different feet, completely different arms, and completely different weapons up here. They do move somewhat. I mean, you do have some posability here. And let's go again what this guy is. Yeah, that's the one, this actual figure is, who is that guy again with a baseball hat on? Yeah, that's Hyman. Put these two together so we can kind of see them while we're doing other stuff. Here's the actual rocket launcher that goes on the back of these figures. And you can use it on anything. It doesn't go for any particular figure. As with all these things, you pretty much customize your own stuff. So let's open this stuff up. Those pulled out very easy. This appears to have a band here. Let's cut that off. Man, those things are strong. Okay. And here's your little rocket launcher. And this is all the stuff that I personally, for my serious wargaming, am interested in. You know, what kind of little shooting devices are these? And the usual stuff, they plug right in, you push them right in. They seem to come out in the back here. Let's do that again so you can kind of see it. Come out in the back here. Just stick them in. All these things work the same. They have internal springs in them, and the problem with that is that they make these internal springs very, very weak, so they possibly can't hurt young people, which is unfortunate because you really never get a strong tool that way, a strong launcher. You tend not to get that because they make it super weak. Obviously, you got to be careful. You don't want to shoot your friends in the eyes and everything else, but you know, these are things that go through life. People shouldn't be that stupid. But, you know, they penalize the actual manufacturer if you make something too strong. So, in the future, we're going to look into opening stuff like this and replacing them with stronger springs and so forth. But that's down the road of this entire serious wargaming entire game I'm putting together here. So, now, there's two rockets here. Let's see. I'm assuming they fire at the same time. I'm about 3 inches away from Mad Scientist here. Let's get some room here. And let's see what happens. Yeah, they both shoot at the same time. There's no way to shoot them individually from what I can see. Let's reload these. Push them both in. Now let's take a shot at my little goofball here. And again, we're about 3 inches. Oops. That one didn't do too well. I guess you can shoot them individually by just using one at a time if you wanted to. And of course, that's going to be in the rules of how to use it. How many shots do you get? How close do you get? And generally, you can play it as they tell you to do it. So that's about the shot there. I mean, obviously, you get some sort of contact. You can tell whether that person scored a point by where it's hitting once we get into the advanced rules. But they're very weak. This is very typical of these things. We need to have stronger things. Maybe things should be labeled just for adults so you can make some real... And I'll tell you who's buying most of this stuff. I'm not sure that kids even care or are interested in stuff like this. Obviously there's games and other things. And of course, they play at their own different level. But if you're going to get into serious wargaming where you're using projectiles as point scorers and everything else, well... You know, that's, you need to have some fairly strong. So what I've done with stuff like that is I've gotten outside items that are strong. I put out some really good things. That way you can stand away. You know, something like, here's a really cool rubber band gun. You can shoot multi-rubber bands, but you have some really force here. But we'll show you those in the future. Pull apart here. This goes underneath, I guess. So we're trying to put this together, but I don't want to spend too much more time here because this is the whole thing. This is a Slimer thing, how it works, and so forth, is something I'm going to have to look into in terms of putting this all together. Let me get camera range here, doing things on the side so I can see them better because it's hard to see in this particular fashion. But how does the bottom go on here? Where's the bottom? how all this kind of clicks together here. But this is the slime tower or something. I think we're going to have to, I'm going to have to read the instructions. Here's how it fits back together. And there's something you actually do to it, and it shows you how to pop certain things out. Shows you how to pop the top out, all the things I just showed you. 8 shows you how to reassemble it. And it works as a character stand. Okay, I understand that now. You flip it over. And it works as a character stand. I guess it's this way where you have the bigger top open instead of that, because you're going to need some space here. But so the you put your actual bot up there, and it serves as a cool display piece there. That is a cool little box. I'm not sure what you can do with it, but I mean, other than that, I guess you could put your, I don't know, you could take your pieces apart and put them inside, I guess. I'm going to show that later and how stuff like that is done. Let's get in there and give a view. Here's the pieces, and I'll scan up a little and how your actual image sits there. Let's take that down and put the other one up. So that's a cool little stand. Now, a lot of times you want to put these things out, display them, put them on your desk. I always do that with a bunch of my latest and greatest stuff. And what do? You just stand it there. Well, it's kind of a cool little thing. You may be able to use that at the bottom for something as well. Apparently, move the apparently you can remove the tabs, and you can link the pods together for several, and these are collectible as well. And putting the different light up bots. Are these light up bots? I don't know. Let's take a look here. Remove clips, and then you can clip them together. You can either do it like that to have a large one, but there's apparently clips on here, these things, that you can take apart and then clip them together. I guess you just kind of reverse them around, and then you can kind of put the pods together. Of sorts. Get down so you can remove the pods and clip them together, and we'll show that in a minute. Well, on the instructions, it shows you connecting them here and moving these little pegs here. Of course, I'm going to have to examine all this stuff. I may make another video. We'll see. But you can assemble them like I showed you already at making, which I like that as a stand. And they say remove and flip. I'm not sure what that means in terms of these things you remove and flip. And then you do that all around. It shows that if you have another top like this, when you buy another one, you can kind of connect them together as a pod. You can't do that with the other pieces here. None of them lie flat. So you can't really do anything with these other pieces, so it appears, if you're going to use it individually like this and connect them together. So you'd have all these pieces left. That don't seem like much sense to me.